What's up, you guys? Welcome to the January 28th edition of NBA 3-Ball, presented by Established and Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher, getting ready to talk 10 minutes of a ridiculously loaded Wednesday slate. Hit us with the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not doing that. And let's talk about the news as quickly as we can. And that is Derrick White supposed to be back this weekend. Big news after he hurt his toe again in a different spot, closer to kind of the ball of his foot after missing some time. And so we'll see him probably have minutes limits, but great to see him back out there. And this is going to affect a lot of guys. You start with the shooting guard position with Lonnie Walker and Devin Vassell. Those guys are clearly going to be the biggest losers of the situation because that's what position he plays, obviously. So we may see Vassell fall out of the rotation. Lonnie eventually could move into a bench role. He's really scoring dependent, really usage dependent when he produces good lines. So he's a guy that I'd probably be dropping even proactively because I expect him to lose what's most important to him, shots and playing time, because he can't really guard and play down like Keldon and like DeMar can. DeMar, a little bit of a loss. DeJounte will lose some ball handling responsibilities. Won't have as much overlap with Patty Mills, so Patty Mills will take a little bit of a hit. But Keldon and DeMar, I think they're both going to be pretty fine, especially Keldon. Keldon guards Zion, Anthony Davis, LeBron, guarded Tatum a lot today. I mean, he's really important for the defense. Greg Popovich talks about him being such a great two-way player on top of DeJounte as well. So certainly not worried about Keldon. May lose a little bit of spot minutes because Rudy Gay eats at him a little bit. So if, Walker's going hot or somebody else, maybe that could cut him down a little bit, but he's still going to be a mid-round guy. Let's get to the basketball action, and there's a lot. I have a solo pod coming out today later, so I'll talk more in depth. But let's start with the Hornets. Before the game, James Borrego said don't expect a set rotation for a bit. This is after he puts Cody Zeller in the starting lineup. He was really good. Impactful rebounds. I thought he protected the paint pretty well in a tough matchup overall. So I wouldn't say he's a must-add because Biyombo just didn't really have it today. It was more of a flow, and that's going to happen a lot. So sure, he's fine, but don't really get too pumped about that. And perimeter guys kind of did their thing. PJ Washington kind of locking down the floor a little bit more consistently and a little bit tighter rotation. Even saw some weak month. Not that you're really going to do anything about that. Domantas Sabonis, triple-double after the knee injury scare. Just fantastic game. 9 and 10 from the field. Guys just locked and loaded. So was Malcolm Brogdon. Jeremy Lamb got in the starting lineup. Did not have it. Thought he would play better. Thought it was a great matchup for him, but I was way wrong on that one. Doug McDermott goes for a season high with 1-3. Stunning. And Justin Holiday, 46% on wide open threes. He's really carved out a role, almost like his peak Bulls role that he had, but even better because his offense is good. Not too much going on with the Pistons. Mason Plumlee took over for a good matchup, and Sadiq Bey got the start for Blake Griffin, who sat out. Jeremy Grant leading the NBA in 20-point games, continues to keep going. DeLon Wright also does his thing with this hustle stats and the assists. Scoring wasn't there this time, but that's fine. It's what you want from DeLon Wright. Cavs get the win, no more Garland minutes cap, and also they eliminated that double big lineup now that the matchup changed, not surprising. We also saw Colin Sexton tweak his ankle. It's the same ankle he hurt that cost him 5 games. Obviously looked fine, dropped 29, super aggressive. He's just been playing lights out this year. But yeah, obviously losing that double big lineup is going to hurt those guys. And Isaac Okoro continues to play pretty well as we saw them go smaller with Jetty Osman at the 4. Larry Nance did not go through shoot around, probably going to miss more time. To the Magic, my God, I blew the Aaron Gordon call. Did not have that one today. I thought he'd have a pretty good game. Just was super flat, missed everything. Didn't play late, so this game kind of got away from them. Aaron Fournier played pretty well, and Vooch pretty solid. And what was a little bit tougher matchup than you expect. The Kings are suddenly playing pretty good defense. Buddy Hield continues to chuck threes, hit him today. One of the best values for DFS if you played in props. De'Aaron Fox struggled with his shot, just missed a triple-double. Continues to just dominate with drives. Potential assists, all the stats you want to see from your point guard. Bagley playing better, and Hassan Whiteside returned here too. So Kings are playing better defense. 2 games in a row, they look a lot better. Nuggets get the win. Miami just didn't have it, and nothing really to say on the Nuggets. Sounds like they kind of like Michael Porter Jr. off the bench, but he'll have plenty of statistics. He's going to close more often. Again, they're playing him at the 4 more frequently, so the playing time, they could all coexist. So we'll see if Barton could kind of keep it going. Gary Harris getting a bunch of time too. Miami just did not have it today. They missed their first 13 threes. No hero. Was game time, didn't go. Goran Dragic got ruled out early. Back-to-back, probably a factor on one of those two. Jimmy Butler on the bench, so the Heat should finally get some reinforcements after their really tough bad luck start. Hawks Nets fireworks as usual. Big games from a lot of people. Capella kind of got run off the floor a little bit. Don't know if it was hand related. Cam Reddish, big time bounce back game from him. DeAndre Hunter continues to be one of the breakout players this season. Trey getting to the line, dimes. Trey's looking great. I mentioned he's finally hitting his jumpers again after the slow start. Herder, big playing time. He's actually been one of the most inefficient wide open shooters in the league too, so maybe he gets it going here as well. Gallo's still on a minutes cap. To the Nets, James Harden usage rate is back. First net to drop 30 and 15 assists, and Starbury. Early usage. Apparently Bruce Brown told him that he should shoot more. So hey, Bruce Brown, he may have saved James Harden fantasy value. Obviously, we knew he wasn't going to be this high teens usage guy. So great to see that. Kevin Durant, awesome again as usual. Kyrie continues to just crush. This team's going to be so top heavy. As Jeff Green really fit his role pretty well, so he's been somewhat valuable. This is what you're going to kind of see out of DeAndre Jordan. Just a lot of dunks, some blocks, and some boards. Not much else. Lakers almost pulled a crazy comeback in Philly before Tobias Harris broke their hearts. Anthony Davis had a little bit of a right knee thing in the first half. Return looked pretty fine overall. LeBron also has been questionable forever. They play the Pistons today, so gotta assume one of those guys may rest today, especially AD. So a little bit more Kuzma action today, possibly. Mentioned Tobias saved the day. Great shooting from him, 24 points. Joel Embiid, pretty solid game against one of his nemesis, the Marc Gasol. Tough game. Ben Simmons playing pretty well again after kind of a bumpy start here and there. Had that bad game against the Pistons with the fouls. Joel did tweak his back, so keep an eye on him for the injury report. The Raptors get Pascal Siakam back. 35 minutes, looked pretty good after that knee injury on a dunk last week. Again, looked fine. No OG Anunoby with a calf injury, so that got Norm Powell stuck in the lineup again. Just been so good. So the Norm we kind of thought we were going to see earlier in the season. He'll continue to start no matter who misses a game. Let's the center. Speaking of centers, Chris Boucher's minutes got cut a little bit. That's because Nick Nurse, he really trusts these small lineups to defend. So when his offense isn't going like it was today, Boucher will have a short leash, and that's fine. Boucher, this is what we thought we were going to get. These big spikes and these dips. It's not going to be big spikes every game. It's Chris Boucher. So certainly cool off a little bit. Kyle Lowry looking great was a good sign after a little bit of injured toe. So good stuff for him. Fred VanVleet lost a shot, but he's fine. Not much to say on the Bucks besides the big win. Giannis just crushing. Giannis playing close games. High minutes has been huge. Middleton also fantastic game. And good defense from Jrue Holiday. Brook Lopez also getting talked up by Budenholzer. Played pretty well here too. Finally got a look at a fairly healthy Celtics team. Kemba Walker's not going to play over 30 minutes for at least a few weeks. No back-to-backs as well. But yeah, he looked all right. Jason Tatum certainly looked a lot better after getting his first game back. Jaylen Brown's really good. And the big takeaway here is we expected this. These double big lineups are going to go away. So Brad Stevens has his key guys. And then it's just a chess match. All of his bigs are going to be situational, and as tough as it is for as great as Theis can be, it's tough here. So I wouldn't really be too bullish about any of the non-4 key guys on Boston. To the Wizards, get Bradley Beal some help, please. No Russell Westbrook. Raul Neto got the start, had a minutes limit on him as well. So Cassius Winston's in the backup role. Jerome Robinson took a little bit of a hit. Jordan Bell got the start, got big minutes against Zion Williamson as his primary defender. Didn't do great defensively. Rebounded pretty well. Had some good passes as well. Decent shot blocker. Certainly not on the radar in almost any league. I picked him up in my 30-man league to show you how deep we're talking here. Alex Len looks like he's kind of doing a pretty good job as the backup center. We'll see how it happens when they get other bigs back. But yeah, overall, pretty much just avoiding most guys. And Bradley Beal's just insane. Lonzo Ball sprained his ankle and did not return to put Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the starting lineup for the third quarter. Certainly a pickup right now. Eric Bledsoe played pretty well. Brandon Ingram, big bounce back game. Zion Williamson had the scoring, nothing else. He can't crush yet. What's going on, Zion? But yeah, again, bottom line here is keep an eye on Lonzo, who may be on the trade block too, so he may miss a couple games at least. Suns drop one to OKC despite Alpha CP3. Jay Crowder, pretty good game for him. Mikal Bridges missed a lot of shots. Surprisingly low usage for Cam Johnson, and really nothing else going on here. Ayton's really struggling against Al Horford today too. Fantastic game for Al Horford back in the lineup after the birth of his daughter. Lou Dort finally hitting shots again. Baisley, pretty good defense. Struggled with his shot. And Shea bringing the defense. Theo Maledon also filling in. But George Hill was with the team, went through shoot around, so he's pretty close. Going to wrap it up with Utah. Donovan Mitchell in the concussion protocol after getting hit from Austin Rivers. Was a little woozy after the game, so he's going to probably miss multiple games. It's Jordan Clarkson time, Jordan Clarkson said. So, yeah, good game from him as expected. Certainly came through if you played him. But really, Rudy Gobert is suddenly red hot after a mild disappointing start. So, yeah, you got to feel great with 29, 20, 3-3 on the D stats. Joe Ingles also getting pretty good playing time despite his Achilles thing that's kind of kept him on injury report. And as you expect, Royce O'Neal played pretty well. Conley struggled a little bit, handling the ball a bunch, but yeah, Clarkson will continue to be really valuable as Ingles as well until we see Donovan back. That's going to do it. Again, solo pod today later. If you have a question, hit me up. I'll try to answer it. Catch you guys next time.